Hi there and welcome back to the History of Fleetwood Mac. I'm Anita. Today we're going to go on another side jaunt and we're going to go over some keychains. Just like the pins, these were little groups of things that I had and I had a sizable amount of them, so I thought they'd make for their own little content video. I have little pockets of other little different stuff, so I thought I'd just put it together and just show you as much as I can. So without going on too long, I don't have a lot of keychains. Unfortunately, I have a lot of duplicate stuff. And much like the pins, if you watch that video, or if I put that video before this one, there are things that I've had and I probably lost along the way or maybe sold or had to get rid of. But this is everything that I have left. And I think it's pretty much everything that has come out. I know I'm missing a couple things, but what are you going to do? The first one I know came out in like the 90s around the dance time. I think this was an official release by the company, or by Warner Brothers, probably to promote the dance. It doesn't have any kind of like copyright information on it, but these were at several different record stores, at least in California. So it could have just been a company who was doing it, but it just strikes me as something that had been officially maybe licensed, even though it doesn't say anything, only because they were at so many record stores. So it's just a cover, copy of the album cover, which is cute. Looks like a little mini record, the keychain. So I want to say that this came out around 1998, but in the order of my keychains, I put it as though it's the 70s, but I think it came out a little bit later. Next up, I have no idea. I have no idea about this. I've been told it came with with like a fan club thing, but this is Stevie Nicks, White Winged Dove. You can see there's a little tambourine. It's supposed to be the tambourine, the bird, and the roses. You can see Max in there in the center if you make it out. It's really discolored. You can kind of tell. It's kind of like a weird rubber material, but it's really cute. And it's definitely old. So I would definitely say from the 80s, definitely maybe 81. So yeah, so that's something that's next. Then this one again kind of doesn't go in anything. I just have it next with the Wild Heart, because this was a really cool little keepsake that my friend had made for the Wild Heart Affair, which was a Stevie fan birthday party type thing in the Bay Area. These were really cute little keychains that were given out. It's squishy. This is just absolutely one of my favorite things. Just brings back a lot of good memories. And I'm glad it's kept up. It hasn't gotten too discolored or cracked, and that it's kept its writing on there. I'm glad that hasn't cracked off. This is definitely from, I forget what year it is, but I want to say 98, 2000 maybe, something like that. So it's getting up there in age. Next up, we have the Fleetwood Mac from the Dance Tour from 1998. Kind of like a heavy metal, not real metal, like pewter maybe or something like that, medallion. It's got some weight to it. Just with the logo, the font that they were using at the time, which is kind of nice. Nothing on the back, unfortunately, just an indent of USA. USA. So that would be from 98. This is from Stevie Nicks' solo tour in 1998 from the Enchanted Tour. Just like that picture right there. This is the back of it. This is also from that tour. No, sorry. I have two of those. Sorry about that. Next up, we have Trouble in Shangri-La, and that is, see, I even still have the little doohickeys that come on keychains. Isn't that funny? So, Trouble in Shangri-La. This is the back of it here. Kind of cool to keep all the, like on the front, it has the little archway, and on the back, it's still got it as well. It's kind of pretty. This is what I was about to say. It was also from there, from Trouble in Shangri-La. That is the S logo, drawn by Sarah McLachlan. that right? Sheryl Crow. Sorry, Sheryl Crow. Why did I say Sarah McLachlan? It's cool because it's got Stevie's engraved signature on the back. This one looks kind of damaged, but I think it's just like that. How it looks like it's got a mark in it, but it really doesn't. It sure looks like it on the back. This also came out in a couple different ways. They had it in there was a necklace. It's so funny. Literally what you're paying for is this necklace is on like a leather, I'm not even sure it's real, a faux leather string, whatever, with these little beads on it, right? And this is a little closure. It's got a really weird thing. This little button goes through. And see how it's all tied? It's been like that since I got it. But this little button goes through the hole to put it on, which is USA also. But then they release it as well. So there's the keychain, the necklace, and then they release the necklace another way, but it's basically just a different, like it was beads or something like that. Not beads, like metal, like a dog tag or something like that. And it's so funny because they were charging so much money for them, and they're all the same thing. These are all the same size. It's all the identical thing. Just one was sold as a keychain. So basically they took this and put it on a keychain. This little item, they put it on a necklace, which is kind of funny to me. But they're identical in size, so they had a whole bunch of these made, and just put them on different things and sold them for, ridiculous prices. And we bought them all, even though they're the same thing, just because they had different little straps or something. Not that I'm speaking for everybody. Next up, we have in 2000 as well. This one I got this recently, and who did I get this from? But I was really stoked. I never made it to a Heart Institute thing. So this was a really cool Stevie Nicks and Friends with the Wells Fargo benefit keychain. And it's a little light. I don't even know if it works. I think you can change the batteries on it. I hope it doesn't have any, so it's not rotting away inside. There's no way to open it, but a nice little souvenir, something especially since I never got to go to one. So that's something I really enjoy. After that, we have the Say Will tour. There was, two parts to Say Will. There's 2003 and 2004, and this keychain came out in 2003 for the first leg. Then this is the back here. To know me is to know that like these little things will stay on stuff, and like if there's plastic on stuff, I'll keep that on there. I need help. I need serious help. Same keychain. This one is 2003 as well. It's a little paper thing on it. This one I really liked. This one there's a shirt like this. There you go. That is the same on both sides. So those were for 2003, and then this one was for 2004, which is virtually like the first one, just that different shot. Then it says Fleetwood Mac 2004 on the back. It's real pale. But yeah, it's almost identical to this one. Just a different shot. So 2003 and 2004. So that's pretty cool. And we have Stevie Nicks' Gold Dust Tour for 2005. The little cute little gold dust bag, which I've made several jokes. If you haven't heard, there's a shirt. I want to know if any of you have the shirt. And it was a shirt that had a rainbow on it, and the rainbow ended in a pot of gold, the little gold dust bag or something like that. And I think it might have been like glitter, maybe. But it was the tackiest shirt I've ever seen in my life. And everybody made fun of it. Well, of course, now it's absolutely impossible to find one. And it just looks so cheesy at the time and stuff like that. And I wish the hell I'd gotten it. But this is Stevie's little artwork, this little piece, which it's been colored in. And I think in a magazine I showed as well, they have the little bag of gold. But I'll never forget that shirt. And every time I look at this or see anything from that tour, I always think of that damn shirt. It's the same on both sides. This is kind of a hard one. I mean, one I don't see on eBay, and I don't go looking for keychains all the time, but I mean, I'm pretty much up on stuff that comes up on eBay every day, and it's not one I see at all. This one is from the Crystal Visions tour. This pretty picture right here, and the Crystal Visions up on the back. Then I forget which year. I mean, I guess I should know 35 years. So that would be what, 77, 87, 97, 2007, 2012? Don't count on me to do math. It's pretty heavy. It's kind of, this is out, but it's kind of got a staple in it, so I'm not going to take it out, but it's heavy as heck. But it's like, again, kind of like a pewter. No USA on the back. I'm surprised. But a nice keychain. So from the 2012 tour, I'm guessing. And then we have, let's see what we have next here. Well, we kind of have some off stuff. This was Lindsay's Seeds We Sow keychain. Same on the other side. I think there are more Lindsay keychains that I don't have. And this one, unfortunately, I don't know if I took the thing out. I thought maybe the top was busted, but it doesn't appear that's the case. But this was, what was this for? I don't remember what tour this was on. Under the Skin, maybe? Trying to remember when this font was used. Then on that note, I have this one too. I'm going to jump a little ahead of the last one here, but this really cool one of the Buckingham McVie tour. Same on the other side as well. Then lastly, we have some really nice ones here for the 24 karat gold tour. I'll start with this one here, which was this photo that was used in virtually everything. This is one side, and then this is the other. And these ones are kind of hard to come by. This is the first little, what is it, little bar of gold. And this one is still in the plastic as well, so I'm not going to undo it. Thank goodness it hasn't started to tarnish. I've seen one that has started to tarnish before. You can make that out. And then nothing on the back of it. And this one is my favorite one, and this is the little heart. This one and I think a friend helped get this for me, which I will appreciate forever. This little heart one, and it says, it's kind of hard to read through the plastic, I apologize, but it's 24 karat gold as well. Let's see if I can get that to show up. No, it's not going to happen. That's about as clear as it's going to get, and I think, yeah, it just says that on the other side as well, so it's just a nice little engraved. So those are the ones I have. I'm trying to think if I have any missing ones. I know there's some that came, which this also might be one of those ones. I know there are a couple that came out. Winco, that company I've discussed many times, and if you know, you know. Winco made a whole bunch of box sets. I think they did one for Wild Heart, for Belladonna, Wild Heart, and Rock a Little. And in the box sets, they had keychains. I still think this is a legit one from a fan club or from Stevie Nicks' time, but not. I don't think it's that box set because I think that was plastic. God, this feels really weird. Should see if it will clean up at all, but it's kind of got that sticky to it. But yeah, I can't think. I don't know if there were any other. Were there keychains that were like on the Rock a Little or Wild Heart tour? Trying to think of what other tours I'm missing stuff from, but the keychains I don't normally sell. Pins kind of come and go because, like I said, there's not the ones I normally sell are ones I found more recently, not ones that I know are really old. So the keychains, I've mostly kept the keychains, but of course I'm probably still missing several. But let me know if there's any other ones that you have, or tell me from what era they are. And I hope you enjoyed this little side trip to keychain land, which, you never use. You just, you spend all this money. That'd be me again. I'm talking about me, not you guys. And I just keep it in plastic bags because that just makes all the sense in the world, right? But a friend of mine got me a really nice keychain last year for my birthday, and it was so beautiful. And it had like it was a really large silver, kind of like this piece, and it looked like a tarot card. And it said Virgo, and it had the monster thing from Pan's Labyrinth. Then, if you know what that is. And I couldn't wait to use it. I thought how pretty it was to have on my keychain. It was real shiny and silver and stuff like that. And I swear to God, not 2 days later, it had completely, it wasn't engraved. It looked like it was engraved, but it wasn't. It was just written into the, like drawn onto the silver piece, and it just completely came off. So I've always been afraid to use these things because, I don't want them to be damaged, but at the same time, they sit here and do nothing for me except stay in plastic bags. So, there's the collector, and then there's, somebody needs psychiatric. Let me know if you do the same thing. Do you buy them and just put them in a jar or something like that, or do you use them, or do you buy duplicate? Do you buy one to save and do you buy one to use? What do you do? So again, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time with another little side trip on some other miscellaneous items that I had. Thanks, and good night. We'll see you next time. Bye.